All right, you guys, so today we are going to be going over what, in my opinion, is the best first mods to do when you first get your C6 Corvette. These are just going to be some of the first mods that I did, and then I'm going to be going over some of the future plans, some of the near future plans. I have a lot of cool stuff on order, but let's go ahead, let's get into some of the first things that I did to this car. So number one, that was a must for me. And I think it's something small, but it makes a really big difference. So the first thing I did was I got the LED side markers that are smoked out from, I think I got them from Taillights. They're like a little LED strip, and the ones that are in the front here, if you guys have like the stock ones, they're like a big bright yellow amber that I don't think look too great. And I think that, you know, just something as simple as the side markers make a pretty big difference. I think these were like $100. They were super easy to install. Let me go ahead and turn them on for you guys. And they look sweet at night. So here we go. So you can see that's like the amber color still in the front, and you can see it's like an LED strip. And then in the rear, it's the red. And I just think, number one, they look really cool at night. And number two, with kind of like the blacked out look, I'll show you guys again. The blacked out look looks so much better than the stock ones, and I think you guys will agree. And again, it's just something small, but something that I wanted to do right away, and it's just, you know, a little detail that I thought was really nice. So that was the first thing that I did, and I think you guys should go ahead and do it too. So let's stick with the front of the car for a sec. So I think the front of the car looks really good, but it was kind of missing something. So what I did was I went ahead and I put on a little chin spoiler. I believe I got this one from Extreme Online Store, and there's a couple big chin spoilers out there that I was looking at. And I think this one's kind of like a slimmer profile, and in my opinion, this was the best looking one. There were some, you know, like I said, a couple other options on Extreme Online Store, but this was like the skinny one. And I've seen some really big ones that don't look all that great in my opinion, but I think the smaller one, you know, sometimes less is more. This was done just with some self tappers, and you just pretty much line it up. And here, let me show you the self tappers. So let me get underneath the car. Let me see if you can see them. Yeah, so here's one right here, and you basically just drill it in with a drill. It was super easy to install. And the thing about self-tappers that kind of sucks, let me get up. They're kind of hard to reuse the holes if you were to like bust this one up, which sometimes, you know, with your lower cars, you're gonna hit something and it's gonna break off. But you can actually reuse self-tapped holes if you're really careful. Basically, when you go to back it out, you back it out a full turn. And then you kind of go tightening a half turn. So you're kind of like untightening it a half turn at a time, but it preserves those threads and you can reuse them over and over. And I think this guy was, I'd say it's like $120 to maybe $140 on Extreme Online Store. And I think it looks great. Something simple, just kind of changes the front end up a little bit, gives it a little bit of a lower stance. And yeah, I think it came out pretty great. It's easy to install too, which is perfect. So the rear of the car probably has the most noticeable changes from the last video that you guys saw it in. So we're gonna start off with the spoiler. Now this spoiler is just one from eBay, to be honest. And I think it looks good. This isn't the one that I'm gonna end up putting on the car long-term. The one that I really wanna put on the car, I think it's like $600 or $700 from like C7 Corvette, I think it is. But this one was like 60 bucks from eBay. So, you know, in the time being, it was, you know, it's very good in my opinion for 60 bucks. It's just double-sided tape on, just sticks right on. And I've never had any issues with it coming off. It's like on there for, it's pretty sturdy. And you guys will notice it's like hydro dipped in this carbon. I wanted it in flat black. I just want to point that out. but I'm gonna be getting rid of this, so maybe if one of you guys want it, you guys can reach out to me. But yeah, 60 bucks on eBay. There's a ton of spoilers out there, and this was honestly one of my favorites. I love the profile. I've seen some where like this dip down comes like way down, and you know, I just thought that this profile was the best until I get the one that I want from from C7 Carbon, I think it is what it is. It's like $600 or $700, so I didn't want to do that right away. I figured this one for 60, got the job done. And I've seen some videos where you know, with the double-sided 3M tape, people will like tape the whole bottom of this thing on. And I knew that since I was gonna be taking it off relatively soon, but I've had it on all season. I think it looks good. But yeah, some people have like put so much tape on kind of like the body of this thing, and you know, since I knew it was gonna be coming off, I just put on like 2 kind of strips, like one in the front that kind of follows the profile, one on the front here that kind of follows the whole profile down, and then one in the rear. And I mean, you know, I was in Mexico, you know, driving decently quick, if you guys know what I mean, and it never came off, never budged once. So I'm interested to see how hard it's gonna be to take off when I get the new one. But yeah, I think you really can't go wrong with how that looks. For 60 bucks, I mean, come on, you really can't beat that. And yeah, it's definitely not going anywhere with the 3M tape. So the next major thing that you can obviously probably is the most noticeable thing in the back is these clear like Euro style taillights. Now these are like the Morimoto taillights, and these actually come, you can get them in the clear with the smoke center, which is what I went with. I got these from Vet Lights as well. So clear with the smoke center, super good finish. And I love like the recessed hole, you know, it's like 3D, you know, like you have this surface and you have like the inner surface, and it's kind of chamfered or filleted inward. I think that looks really good. Super high quality. They went in super easy. But yeah, these are like the Morimotos. They have like all red. If you don't like the clear, they have red with smoked center. They have, you know, all blacked out. So all different types of options, and they're all LED. They, you know, use the stock wiring harnesses. So it's perfect in my opinion. Now these taillights are a little bit more on the pricier side. They were like, I want to say this specific combo with the Euros and the smoke center, I want to say they were like 700. I can't exactly remember. I got these at the beginning of the season a couple months ago. It is now September. For those watching this, if you're watching it later. So a couple months ago, I got these, and I want to say, yeah, they're around 700. So they're a little bit more pricey, but you can get some combinations that are a little cheaper. I think they start at like 500, and then depending on what options you go with, it, you know, increases the price. But I think this is kind of like a big point of the car, I guess, the taillights. And, you know, I want to do this car right. I don't really want to cut any corners. So I just went ahead and I paid, you know, the expensive price tag for the taillights. There's some cheaper options out there for sure. But I love these. I think they look great. So next mods that you're going to want to do, in my opinion, that I love that this car actually came with is on the interior of the car, you know, where you spend most of your time driving. So the first thing is this like Bluetooth Kenwood touchscreen display. And this car actually has an upgraded sound system, but you know, speaking from this, the Bluetooth, and you know, just having a touchscreen, you know, first of all, it looks really updated, and I love it, to be honest. It's got navigation, Apple CarPlay, so this is definitely an investment that I would recommend investing in, because I've been in some C6s that still have you know, the stock radio, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I just think this is a nice upgrade. And then the next thing is the shifter. So this car has an MGW short throw shifter, and I'll show you guys the throw. So neutral first, second, and you know, it's definitely an improvement over stock. I've seen some stock cars and the shift is definitely a little longer, but and you know, once you get used to the short throw, like, you don't want to go back. And the MGW, you know, obviously not sponsored or anything, it's super nice, super clicky, and nice tactile feel going into every gear, and I love it, and everyone else I've talked to loves it. So MGW short throw shifter will definitely improve your driving experience for sure. And then last but not least, I think this is probably one of the most popular upgrades when you kind of get a sports car or a nice, you know, car that you really want to hear the sound of it. So this car has the NPP active exhaust, just the mufflers, and you know, it sounds good. It's not as loud as I would like it, but you know, it definitely improves the sound from valves closed to valves open, and I'll show you guys what that sounds like right now. But yeah, I think for the future of this car, I want to do like some sort of mid pipe, like a mid X pipe. And then they make these things called green cats. And so maybe I sound like really weird saying like these things called green cats. I've never really heard of them, but they're pretty much as close as you can get to like a catless car, but you still have cats and you don't really smell the raw gas coming out of the car. So that's probably the plan that I'm gonna go with for now. I'm gonna try to keep the active system and obviously some long tubes eventually, but I want to keep the active system just because when this car has heads and cam, I think it'd be sweet just to have the valves closed and you don't really hear the chop, and then you press the button and you just hear this thing chopping. I think that's cool. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section maybe some other exhaust system setups that you're running that you love, but that's my tentative plan for now. So coming under the hood, I mean, everything else is pretty stock here. Just maybe like a cold air intake. This car's got an air raid intake. This is an LS3 car with the Tremec trans. So it's 2008. So I think 2008 and up is when they started doing the LS3s. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. But yeah, cold air intake, and then this car's got like a light tune on it. So those are also some good beginner mods to do that, aren't crazy expensive. And it kind of gives you the bug to do a little bit more. But talking about the near future of the car, what do I have planned? I have some new wheels already that I don't have on the car. But they're actually a pair that my buddy is using currently, and he's waiting for his welds and tires. And I think the tires for the welds are back ordered. So that's basically what I'm waiting on, but I'll get those probably by next season for sure. And then I also ordered the Z06 rear quarters, and I'm gonna be getting those maybe in like 4 weeks. I know like the company that makes them does them by like request. So, they go through a mold. It's the same mold as the OEM Z06 rear quarters. So I ordered those, and then I'm gonna install those on the car, and I'm actually gonna get them painted and blended just so that this car, is looking right. I love the Jetstream blue color. I've gone back and forth on, maybe wrapping the whole car, but no, I'm gonna keep the color. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna take it to professionals. They're gonna paint it and, blend it in, and we're gonna see how well it turns out. I'm super kind of OCD with paint, and it's gonna turn out great, I think. And then those new wheels are wider in the rear. They're 20s in the rear, 19s up front. I'm not gonna give away what they are yet, but they're 335s in the rear. So it's gonna be a nice chunky tire. And then obviously some other plans that I plan on doing to this car kind of short term. I wanna do a rear diffuser. I think that's gonna look sweet. Side skirts, but I'm holding off on the side skirts because when you get the Z06 rear quarters, the little like flap that goes right here, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's a little bit bigger on the Z06s than some of the ones they sell for the base model. So yeah, diffuser, side skirts, wheels, tires, rear quarters, and then, oh yeah, a hood. I would love to get some custom hood and then get that paint matched as well. I think that'd look great. And then I've thought about doing like the black, like halo and the black roof. That looks cool too, but kind of sky's the limit with this car. I want to do it all super nice and right, but I want it to be a clean build. And then I'm gonna look into doing heads, cam, get this thing chopping, do the full exhaust with the green cats, the off-road X pipe, or off-road H or X pipe, whatever I decide on going with. And then yeah, it's just gonna be a nice clean NA build for a while. And then eventually I'd like to do a centrifugal supercharger or a pro charger. But yeah, that's like way on down the line. And eventually maybe do the front fenders and the front bumper of the Z06. But I think I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm torn. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. Do I just keep the wide body rears and keep like the skinny body up front and I'll just do like the hood and everything? Or do I do full wide? I mean, obviously full wide looks cooler, but this isn't like a grand sport and up car, so I don't really want to be like, a fake, right? That's what some of the guys say, but I don't know. I mean, I guess, at the end of the day, it's my car and I'm going to do what I want to do to it. All right, you guys, so that about does it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, let me know in the comment section down below. If you didn't enjoy, let me know what I could do differently so, we can improve these videos for you guys. I know posting more frequently will definitely be one of those things for sure. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on anything, like I said, put them in the comment section. And, I will do my best to answer. And then also look out, we're going to be doing, like I said, the Z06 rear quarters are on order. I have the wheels, some more videos coming soon. And let me know what other kind of content you guys would like to see. I'm curious. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, hope you have a nice rest of your day. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, y'all. If y'all made it to the end of the video and saw this bucket and drill in the background, this was my tripod for today. I was a one-man army, so yo, if you made it to the end of the video, shout out you. Let me know, and yep, that was my second man today.